Welcome to our first lesson. In this lesson, we are going to look at topics which we learned in primary school which relate to chemistry. What happens when water in a container is poured into a measuring cylinder? What does the experiment show? This experiment shows that water has no shape, water flows, water has volume.
When a small piece of stone is dipped into a measuring cylinder containing water, the initial volume of the measuring cylinder is recorded, and the new volume is also recorded. When a syringe with a known volume of air is connected to a balloon and the piston of the syringe is used to transfer air into the balloon, an observation is made. A beaker is placed on a beam balance and the mass recorded. Water is placed into the empty beaker and the new weight recorded again. From the experiments done, it is evident that substances have mass and occupy space. Matter can be defined as anything that occupies space and has mass. These forms of matter are also referred to as states of matter, namely solids, liquids, and gases. From primary school, you also learned that a mixture consists of two or more substances combined together. Mixtures can be separated using different methods. You also learned about conductors and non-conductors. A simple electric circuit can be used to test whether a substance is a conductor or a non-conductor. Some substances are conductors while others are non-conductors. Note that drugs. At home, when we feel unwell or sick, we take substances known as drugs. A drug is a chemical substance which is introduced into the body to cause a curative or pleasurable effect. Medical drugs are introduced to prevent or cure or treat diseases or to reduce their symptoms. Some drugs can be prescribed by a qualified doctor and others are not. Those that are prescribed by the doctor are known as prescribed drugs, while the others are non-prescribed drugs, also known as over-the-counter (OTC) drugs. The common OTC drugs include painkillers such as aspirin, paracetamol, antacids, and a variety of cold and flu remedies. Therefore, other drugs are commonly abused. These include alcohol, tobacco, inhalants, and mirror. The doctor gives the exact amount of the drug to be taken at a specific time. This is then referred to as dosage. Overdosing or underdosing one may lead to serious health problems such as death. Other drugs are commonly abused. These include alcohol, tobacco, inhalants, and mirror.
Drugs, if abused, have different effects: prostitution, brain damage, crime, violence, accidents, theft, poor health, and truancy.
When we look around, we see materials and substances, such as furniture, cloth, paper, building materials, toothpaste, bottles, food, and many other things. Therefore, chemistry is a branch of science which deals with the study of composition and properties of matter. Composition refers to what a substance is made of. Properties refers to how substances behave and how their state changes from one form to another under certain conditions. Chemistry has contributed to the understanding of our environment through various processes, such as fractional distillation of crude oil, cleaning process, dispensing drugs, and treatment. The study of chemistry can lead to the following jobs: doctors, chemical engineer, farmer, beautician, veterinary officer, chemistry teacher. These are some of the professionals in chemistry. Therefore, students who study and perform well in chemistry may choose any of these careers.
Chemistry is a science and is therefore studied by performing experiments. Experiments are performed using different apparatus. In this topic, we will study the uses of different apparatus.
Chemistry is studied by performing experiments which are carried out in a special room called laboratory. In the laboratory, we have various types of apparatus and equipment used for different activities. These activities include heating substances, measuring volume, measuring temperature, measuring time, and measuring mass. Measuring volume, and measuring mass. There are certain apparatus that are used for different functions in the laboratory. These include test tube, boiling tube, funnel, round-bottomed flask, flat-bottomed flask, conical flask, evaporating dish, pestle and mortar, tripod stand, gas jar, trough pipette, crucible, etc. A Bunsen burner is an apparatus used in the laboratory to heat and boil substances during various experiments and tests.
The parts of the Bunsen burner have different functions. The base is used for supporting the Bunsen burner. Rubber tubing connects laboratory gas to the burner. The collar regulates the amount of air that enters the chimney. The chimney allows the laboratory gas to mix with air. The air hole allows entry of air into the chimney.
The Bunsen burner produces different flames depending on the amount of air getting into the burner.
When the air hole is closed, air does not enter the chimney, leaving only the fuel gas burning with a yellow flame, that is, luminous. A luminous flame gives out light. This is because of the tiny particles of hot carbon, that is soot, giving out a yellow light. The luminous flame is formed by incomplete combustion. A luminous flame is sooty, bright, less hot, and is used for lighting purposes. A non-luminous flame is produced when the air hole is open. Play the video to observe the non-luminous flame.
The Bunsen burner thus produces two flames. The luminous flame when the air hole is closed, while the non-luminous flame is produced when the air hole is open.
There are a set of rules which should be observed when carrying out experiments in the laboratory. These rules ensure the safety of you and others.